Are you getting increasingly frustrated that you're trying to fix your tight calves, but you're getting nowhere with stretching? In this video, I'm going to very simply break down why stretching isn't working and 3 simple exercises you can do instead to get long-lasting changes to actually fix your tight calves and actually attack the root cause of the problem. So the first thing we need to go over is why stretching doesn't fix your tight calves. And the idea I want you to get your head around here is symptom. So the symptom is the tightness that you feel and the real cause of your tight calves. And a really simple story I'm going to use here is I was taking my dog for a walk today, Springer Spaniel. He absolutely loves water. And at the end of the walk, there's a bit of water that he always sits in. And it's a bit of a struggle for me to get him to come out of this water. And I call him, I shout, that never seems to work. And of course, the symptom is him just not listening to me. And I thought the solution to this was to shout louder, call him, try and encourage him to get out of the water. What I really found was that the cause of this was actually that he just wanted attention. And this is why he wasn't listening to me. So what did I do? I just completely ignored him, walked off, finished the walk, and lo and behold, in about 30 seconds, he was running alongside me and I put him on the lead. So sometimes it doesn't really matter how hard you try if you're working on the wrong thing. It doesn't matter how hard you're trying to row if you're rowing in the wrong boat. So you need to be focusing on the right things. And in this case, tight calves is the symptom, but the real cause of this issue, number one, it's a foot mobility issue and an issue around awareness at the foot. These 2 things sound very complex, but they're very simple to fix. And number 2, it's a strength issue. Your calves simply aren't strong enough in shortened positions and lengthened positions. And this is potentially why your brain is telling your body to tighten up this area. So exercise number 1 is going to focus on the foot and improving your awareness of that. So it's called a pronation drill, which again sounds very complex. All pronation is your foot rolling inwards, and supination is the opposite movement. Supination is your foot rolling outwards. All we're trying to achieve with this drill is for you to understand the different foot pressures between pressure on the outside and pressure on the inside of your foot. So you're going to set up in this staggered stance and you're going to maintain your heel contact and maintain big toe contact. You're then going to bend your knee on that front leg, which is the leg we're going to be working on to start with. And as you bend that knee, I want you to think about the pressure changing from the outside of your foot and your heel to the inside of your foot. So you want to think when your leg is straight, foot's like this, and then as you bend that knee more, I want you to let the pressure come onto the inside of your foot, and I want you to let that arch of your foot collapse a little bit as you bend that knee. Then you come back and straighten it, the pressure will come back to your heel, and you just repeat this process. I don't want you to drive that knee miles over the toe, just drive it a little bit over so you get the sensation. Run through 2 to 3 sets of anywhere from 15 to 20 reps. Understanding this foot pressure and understanding the fact that as you bend that knee, it is normal and it's a good thing that your arch is collapsing and your foot is rolling in, will then unlock your tight calf and give you some more mobility there. So that's exercise number 1. Number 2 is a straight knee calf raise. Very, very simple. Set up with a bit of heel elevation. So use a plate or something that you can get. You can reach a bottom stretch position with the calf and then come all the way through to the top. So you're going to keep that leg straight, whichever leg you're working on to start with. Make sure you've got something to support your hands, so balance isn't the limiting factor. And you're very simply going to have half of your foot on that elevation and half of it off. You're going to sit into the bottom, so you get a nice big stretch on your calf, and then you're going to push all the way through to the top. Run through 8 to 10 reps just to practice on each side at body weight, which should be fairly easy, unless you've got very, very weak calves. From there, I just want you to make this more challenging by adding some weight. You can either use dumbbells in your hand, or if you get really, really strong, or you are really, really strong, you can use a dip belt or a belt squat machine. I want you to run through 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. So I want you to load these heavy and emphasize that stretch position and that top position. The last exercise is squats with some heel elevation. So use a plate, or if you've got a slant board under your heels, it's going to allow you to access more dorsiflexion, which is the movement of that knee coming over that toe. It allowing you to do that and you being able to sit into that bottom position comfortably will again release a lot of tension in the calves and give you access to new ranges. What I would do is do any variation of a squat that you find comfortable. So this could be a barbell back squat where the barbell's on your back. It could be a front squat where the barbell's here. It could be a goblet squat where you've got a dumbbell or a kettlebell out in front of you. 3 to 4 sets of 8 reps with a little 3-second pause in the bottom position. I want you to make this challenging with the weight, so you're pushing hard on this. The 3-second pause is just emphasizing that bottom position, getting your brain used to it. And as you go through this exercise, and as you progress week to week or every few weeks, I want you to decrease the height on the heel elevation. As you do this, you're going to work all the way down to getting to the ground or flat. This will gradually teach your brain and your calves to access deeper and deeper ranges. And before you know it, you'll be doing an astrograph squat from the floor and you won't need any heel elevation. This is going to relieve a lot of tightness in the calves and build some strength in some new and different ranges. And it's also going to give you a much better squat as well as an added bonus. By the way, if you want some more help fixing your tight calves or you've got mobility affecting your lower body or pain, just check out the top link down below to work with me one-to-one. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.